in Bournemouth once again. We have got several other videos out on this beautiful town that we're very blessed to live in. If it's your first time here on Travel Tour Taste, then a very warm welcome to you. If you are back for the first or 50th time, then thanks so much for your continued support. Down in Bournemouth, we're down in the centre. We're just outside St Peter Church that you can see there. It is St Peter's Church. It is a parish church, and inside this place we have got a very interesting grave for you to check out. We're going to have a little bit of history, take a look at the grave, maybe get a little bit of background. I'm sure you will recognise the writer, and I'm sure that you will recognise the modern day Prometheus, as it is known at. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get inside and let's go and check out the grave of Mary Shelley. So we have found it. We are at the grave of the author and creator of Frankenstein. Yes, just behind me, inside there is Mary Shelley, very famous indeed. Now there's a lot of mystery all the way throughout, not only from her birth right the way up to her death, but after her death as well. There are lots of different stories along this route regarding the life and what she did with her life and what happened after her life for Mary Shelley. Now, she was born on the 30th of August 1797 in London. So she wasn't local to Dorset, but she was born in London, and so was her husband. And then she was on the face of the planet, the face of the earth, for 53 years. She passed away on the 1st of February 1851. Now that was 24 years after her husband Percy Shelley had passed away, and how he came to his end. He was only 29 at the time, and he was in a boat out in Italy, and there was a massive storm and the boat sank, and it took them 10 days to recover the bodies. And by that time, the only way they could work out who they were on the boat was through the clothes that the corpses were wearing. Now, I don't think Mary Shelley ever got over that, because rumour has it, and there are, like I said, there's a lot of myths and rumours, that when he was cremated and his ashes were put in Italy in a crypt with the rest of the family, his heart, because it is calcified, when he was cremated, the heart did not actually disintegrate. Now, one of the friends of the family gave the heart to Mary, and rumour has it that she wrapped it in a silk shroud, wrapped it in, one of the stories, she wrapped it in the poems of John Keats' Adonis in the pages, and kept it in her pocket. Now there's another story that says that she put it actually in the back of the book, cut out the pages and put the heart in the book to hide it, and carried it with her everywhere that she went, so her husband was always with her. Now when she finally passed on, it wasn't too long after that, when they were going through the house that she lived in, they went into her writing desk where she famously sat and created Frankenstein, the modern day Prometheus, that inside the drawer, inside a jar at this time, was the heart. Now there are also rumours concerning where the heart is. Some people say that the son, Percy, the only one surviving son, it is said that she had 4 children. In some people think that she had 4 children, but we've only got the names of 3. Percy was the only surviving son, the only surviving child. Apparently she had plenty of miscarriages, a couple of babies died at birth. So I think maybe, just a maybe, that the creation of Frankenstein and bringing the dead back to life may have been inspired by what she went through in her life, because it was a very mystical, dark time for her and for her husband. So it was Percy the son that went on, and he lived well on past his mother. So he had her buried here. She wanted to be buried in Bournemouth. Now rumours have it the son married a lady called Jane, who supposedly is in this coffin as well. And like I said, rumours have it that Mary's parents, their bodies were exhumed and brought here and laid to rest in here as well. So not only is it said that the husband's heart is either here or in the crypt in Italy, that her parents are in here as well, and also her son Percy and his wife Jane. So much mystery, so many different stories over the years. But what is certain is that Mary Shelley has left a legacy, not only with Frankenstein, but with her whole life story as well. So we're still in the graveyard, and we're just going to take a quick look inside the church. Of course, Mary Shelleys grave is just up there, and we're just going to see what this church looks like from the inside. It is beautiful, and it was built in the 1800s. So it's not an old church, but it's so beautifully decorated. I will whisper as we go in, but it is such a beautiful church, it really is. And they've got a coffee shop in here as well, as you can see there behind me. They've got a coffee shop. Everybody is welcome, but it's a beautiful big church, absolutely stunning. And like I said before, this is where Mary Shelley's grave is. It's St. Peter Church. St. Peter, there's quite a few churches around. You might have seen a couple of the St. Peter's churches that we covered in our video on Malta. Well, lots of videos in Malta, but yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Wow. Plenty of seating. Obviously, we've got COVID restrictions as well at the moment. But you can see the main altar there up behind me. Those stained glass windows are absolutely stunning, aren't they? Really, really beautiful indeed. Very, very nice. Beautiful church, beautiful church. So if you're in Bournemouth, please do come and visit, you know, St. Peter's Church and the grave of Mary Shelley. There are several other famous people that are buried in this churchyard. The original Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra, who created that and got them up and going. There's several political figures, if that's the sort of thing that you're interested in. But yeah, there's quite a lot of influential people. The Cromwells from over the years are here. And like I said, you can come, have a little bit of a chat, grab a tea, grab a coffee, maybe a slice of cake. Very, very nice indeed. So what we're going to do now, we're going to roll on into Bournemouth and see what else we can find and what else we can bring you. There's going to be a lot of videos on Bournemouth. Trust me. So there's going to be a lot of videos on Bournemouth. And as you can see, just across the road there is the Mary Shelley pub. We might pop in there and have something to eat a little bit later on. But it truly is a wonderful, wonderful place to be. Very, very nice indeed. So there you have it. That's Mary Shelley's grave and St. Peter's Church, and a little bit of history thrown in just for good measure.